Kevin Hart, aka Chocolate Drop. Right now you're watching Brand News. Not new, news.
Hello and what's good, and welcome back to another BNZ World Report. I'm Christopher Martin, and I'm going to bring you a brief weekend review of some of the stories from our News to Know section here at brandnews.com. Before I go any further, you know I got to thank you all on behalf of Team BNZ and myself for hooking us up with great leads to great stories, and especially for the encouraging messages about the news and the important information we report here at Brand News. So thank you very much. And without further ado, let's report some. And our first story from our News to Know section is from DC's The Hill. Many states have adopted bans on texting while driving, but one city is reportedly taking it a step further and issuing fines for sending messages while walking. As a part of its Give Respect, Get Respect program for cyclists and other uses of the public sidewalks, the city of Philadelphia is fining pedestrians who text messages while they're on foot at $120 a pop. Deputy Philadelphia Mayor Rena Cutler says just issuing warnings was not working, and we really need to pick up the enforcement side and really get serious. I know I've seen many close calls myself and almost been a part of some, and I've just come to realize some things can wait, so let's be careful out there, everyone. Now on to our next story in the News to Know section at brandnews.com, and it's from allhiphop.com, and it asks the question, why should we document hip-hop's history? Over the past 4 decades, hip-hop has evolved into an international social phenomenon. In spite of the culture's influence, the level of enthusiasm surrounding its documentation within American literature for popular music culture is incredibly low. Even more disappointing is the myopic telling of its unique relationship to the African American experience. Nearly 13 years after the publication of Nelson George's landmark book, Hip Hop America, journalist and cultural critic Clayton Perry felt compelled to express his frustrations with the progress that has been made in the wake of his publication and offer a promising stepping stone towards its improvement. The next time you visit Amazon.com, conduct a search for definitive publications that critically analyze the lifetimes and musical accomplishments of Gil Scott-Heron, Run DMC, Queen Latifah, and many others. And what do you think you'll find? Such glaring omissions are also present within the nation's academic Texas University course offerings in various media platforms. Case in point, the limited number of critical studies revolving the career of Gil Scott-Heron should be cause for alarm due to his recent passing. If Heron's creative energies fail to be legitimated and memorialized, then what does it say about the possibilities for the current generation of artists whom he inspired? I believe this story is a great segue into our next very special Team BNZ story from yours truly. Check this out.
For attending our press conference today, and here to talk about the reason why we're here is Dr. Kawachi Clemens. He's our director of our Institute for Hip Hop. Dr. Clemens?
The Institute for Hip Hop and Music Industry Studies was created to actively promote and advance the knowledge about hip hop arts and culture in its relational position as an extension of Black and African American artistic cultural traditions. A major component of the Institute is the Music Industry Program major within the Bachelor of Science in Music degree in the Department of Music.
History is about to be made today. Florida A&M University is embracing and preparing to educate and move into that transitional stage of moving America to its next level by adopting and embracing the hip-hop culture and all of the talented young people that have come from that culture and that are part of that culture.
This is going to be historic, as Mr. Bell has said, in launching what we expect to be a worldwide partnership and program that will preserve the significance of African American music, hip-hop music, and opportunities for our young people to grow in the industry and to earn a livelihood for themselves and make their own mark in the business, to follow the steps and the footsteps that Mr. Bell and others have left for us to pursue.
The CEO Experience, our new conference, builds on this foundation by providing students information based on industry research and pedagogy, giving them the knowledge and acquiring the skills to determine forthcoming trends and create new ideas and innovative products as future music and entertainment industry leaders.
me here today to make sure that we bring about the awareness to our younger people, our youth today that are on the corners of the Martin Luther Kings, to make sure that they understand and know that they can get a degree.
As Florida A&M University moves toward its 2020 vision with courage, we are charged with providing experiences that appeal to the interest of current and future FAMUs. This new music industry studies program addresses the industry's need for technically qualified, socially and liberally educated individuals who are trained to work in interdisciplinary settings in a fast-changing global marketplace.
I am so overwhelmed to be embarking upon a situation that involves hip-hop, a very vital culture, and marrying it to education is highly, highly needed in society. And I'm just blessed to be a part of this fabulous team to go make this happen.
I am here today formally to announce my personal commitment in building, developing, and accelerating the growth of the Institute for Hip Hop and Music Industry Studies.
For more information about this story and others, go to brandnews.com.
Wow, right? And I really hope you were also impressed enough to be able to support any and all organizations and schools that support positive hip hop for our youth and the young at heart. Now for our last but not least story in the News to Know section at brandnews.com is from afro.com, and the headline reads, "A teen gives away a $40,000 scholarship to send others to college." Listen, simply giving away $40,000 in this day and age is a big deal by any standard. With the job creation slowing down to a creep, the college tuition prices spiking each semester, students across the nation are scrambling to scrape together money for higher education. So when 18-year-old Alan Gu handed over his scholarship to help fellow students and teens fulfill their dreams of college, obviously many were a bit shocked by the high school senior's actions. The windfall passed on by Alan began, of all places, on the basketball court. 8 students from Compton High School of Los Angeles, California were randomly selected by a grade point average to participate in a free throw contest arranged by a Hollywood screenwriter by the name of Court Crandall. In efforts to cultivate the new image of Compton neighborhoods plagued by the violence and poverty, Crandall came up with this idea of competition that would foster goodwill and show a positive side of an area often viewed with contempt. 8 students would all be equalized by the free throw line. As one, they would all take their shot for the massive scholarship in addition to a smaller scholarship of $5,000. We've been trying to tell you there's a lot of good news out there. Yo, on behalf of myself and Team BNZ, we want to thank you again for your support and your encouragement. If you have any story ideas and suggestions that you want to shed light on, please feel free to contact us. You can go right to the homepage of brandnews.com. You can reach us through our Facebook, Twitter, we're there. So without further ado, God bless you, enjoy your week, and we'll see you next week. Peace.